Greetings, YouTube. One of the somewhat confusingly controversial debates this month was whether or not Kabam was lying when it showed six-star Stark Enhanced Spider-Man in the Cavalier Creeps and Crawlies crystals. You see, we hadn't really seen him in the game before, and I made a note that there was no disclaimer, and you had quick people who just, I call them the fake news police or the vulture police or the clickbait police. They'll call anything clickbait if they don't agree with it. There were people who had made up that there were posts in the forums that said that this did not include six-star Stark Enhanced Spidey. And anybody who said so on their channel should be taken down because it was a lie. Well, spoiler alert, we have had multiple screenshot submissions of six-star Stark Spidey acquired by multiple summoners from this very crystal since the month started. Now, are those fake news or clickbait people gonna apologize? Of course not. But needless to say, that is part of the gig on YouTube. Everything's clickbait. Well, with that being said, we have this new catching the eye of Tony Stark Peter's amateur crime fighting skills got a major boost when Stark loaned him his new Stark Tech spider suit, but Peter must learn that the suit does not make the man makes the suit. So, for those of you uncollected and above, we have this. A chance to, yes, pull six-star Stark Spidey. Now, it is fascinating. Like, I feel like if I was running Kabam's marketing, I would have introduced these a month ago. Because then two things would have happened. One, the hype would have been bigger because no one would have had six-star Stark Spidey yet. And two, the fake news police would not have been able to say, well, there's no way six-star Stark Spidey is in this side quest Cavalier Crystal because we've never seen him in the game before. We will have already seen him because he was in these limited offers. Kabam actually did a reverse, and I feel like if they could probably go back in time, they'd do it different. But you can't do that. Time always moves forward. So, as always, you got the Grandmaster bundle for $30. But this thing is basically just 5 3-stars, 1,500 5-star shards, and 3 regular champion boosts for $30. Not worth it. What sucks about the Wall Crawler bundle is that unlike past bundles, which are for like $40, $39.99, and shout out to those of you across the pond who have told me in recent days that Kabam lowered the prices of your unit store purchases as the US dollar is not doing particularly well right now against your current currency. Hopefully that stays the case. You all do not deserve to be ripped off. But I digress. This should be $10 cheaper, but of course it's not. Now, this may still entice people as it's the same price as the early access bundles with the same amount of 6-star shards and 3 greater champion boosts to go for him. And Stark Spidey does not need to be awakened to be great. In fact, he remains a top choice when people ask me, Prof, who should I look to rank up to become uncollected? Well, I'll say the collector really does poorly against Stark Spidey, along with some other famous options. Dr. Voodoo's actually a really good option against the collector, but so is somebody like OG Daredevil if you have a high sig. I used a 4-star rank 5 OG Daredevil and got a decent amount of damage off of him, but ended up going with the most frustrating but eventually worked cheese of all time in Juggernaut's Unstoppable at the beginning of the fight. I should say Awakened Juggernaut's Unstoppable. Anyhow, I don't know where the hype is on this. I don't know. Like, again, if this was a month ago, I'd say finally, because Kabam had been running marketing saying 6-star Stark Enhanced Spider-Man was in the game since 2020, and it was very deceptive. You want to talk about clickbait marketing. The marketing had it be present tense, and yet I guess technically we had to wait until August of 2021 for the present tense to reach the future reality of 6-star Stark Enhanced Spidey. I don't think it's worth the risk. I mean, keep in mind, for 6-star especially, it's still less than a 1% drop rate for him. That still is better than when we used to see like the 6-star be like 0.4% and the 5-star be like 1%. So at least the drop rates have gotten better, but they're still not great. That's still saying if you're lucky, you can buy 100 of these, and normally they're $10 a piece. So it's if you spend $1,000 on crystals and you're lucky, you might get the 6-star once. And of course, we've seen people open hundreds of these. Crystal Opening Whale used to be the best example of this, and not pull them. So the bundle's finally here. I think it's well past the hype and a little late, particularly with the side quests now being out as it is. So I'm gonna pass on this one, but I don't know. If people get lucky and they send me enough screenshots, maybe I'll do a recap video, but chances are that's gonna depend on the luck. So maybe not. Either way, have a great rest of your Tuesday. YouTube, thanks for watching, and let me know in the comments below if you're excited about 6-star Stark Enhanced Spider-Man or if you think this is a little late to spend cash on.